I mean, what would you do if it was your family member, right? You're in the passenger side, it's your mother, and some guy comes running up, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like a maniac. Oh wow. Oh yeah, he did walk up to his car. What would you do? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say what you would do. And then through all the chaos, the door opens. I don't know if the door was pulled open or if the guy opened the door. Oh my god, dude, that could have been so dangerous. And he could make a case and say, hey, this guy opened my door. So now the car's going and drive forward and you're on the passenger side. Like, what would you do? So he comes back there and he punches him. What's up, iCkEdMeL? So this is the video I wanted to talk about. We're going to watch a video together. I haven't watched it yet, but before I get into the video and we watch it together, I kind of want to read these two articles to paint the picture for you guys. So there's this Mexican film star, Telenova. He's a young guy, Pablo Lyle. He apparently punched this guy here in Miami, a 63-year-old by the name of Ricardo Hernandez, after being cut off. And apparently Hernandez, the older guy, suffered brain injury that led to an internal hemorrhage that left him unconscious. A family member said after several days in the hospital, his family said they disconnected his life support system. And it said here, Lyle's 32, the Mexican film star. He was charged with assault and posted a $5,000 bond and was allowed to travel to Mexico. But there's more information on this story. And according to Oxygen.com, it says here a Florida judge rescinded an order allowing the Mexican soap opera star, whatever, to travel outside the U.S., saying he's likely to face a more serious charge from a fatal traffic confrontation than the third-degree battery charge filed recently. And I was a little surprised too when I heard that they let him leave. I'm like, why would they let him leave? The judge said in a hearing Monday to discuss a bond and travel order for Pablo Lyle, a star of the TV. It's called Mi Adorable. I'm Spanish and I can't even. Because it's like Spanish and English. Mi Adorable Maldición. Oh, okay. Mi Adorable Maldición. Oh, gangsta. Even though it's not a funny matter, but I just thought it was cool. Anyway. The prosecutor said they were probably weighing on bringing in a possible manslaughter or a second-degree charge on Lyle. And I was thinking, too, at least involuntary manslaughter. After Lyle's arrest on Monday for punching Juan Ricardo Hernandez Sanchez Leguer Miguel Chorga Duga during a traffic confrontation in Miami. The actor posted bond and was granted a flight to Mexico, which we just mentioned. Then Hernandez died on Thursday, and the Miami Herald obtained the video, somebody was recording, that raised questions about the account of Lyle and his brother-in-law that they gave to the police. So I guess they have their story, and I guess it's different from what was on the video, which we're going to watch. The Herald reports that the video appears to show Lyle knocking down Hernandez with one punch. A spokesman for the state attorney's office in Miami said prosecutors would wait for the autopsy report before making any further legal moves. According to Lyle's account detailed in the arrest affidavit, and I want to read this to you so we can then watch the video. It was Lyle and his brother-in-law. The brother-in-law, the police did not identify, and they said they feared for their safety after Hernandez got out of his car at a stoplight to protest Lyle brothers-in-law cutting him off in traffic. Hernandez walked up to the driver's side window, pounded on it with an open hand, and the brother-in-law got out and said, "Don't bang on my window. Don't bang on my window," according to the brother-in-law's account in the affidavit. Once the brother-in-law saw his car rolling toward the intersection, he ran back to it and stopped it. The brother-in-law told detectives he didn't see any physical confrontation between Lyle and Hernandez. According to Miami Herald, the video appears to show that the brother-in-law getting out of the car arguing before Hernandez came and banged on the window. As the brother-in-law runs back to the rolling car, Hernandez heads back towards his car. Lyle jumps out of the passenger seat and runs 9 steps back to Hernandez, who is almost to the open door of his car. Hernandez sees Lyle approaching and turns to face him while still backing up with his hands raised. The video appears to show Lyle punches Hernandez in the head and Hernandez collapses. In the arrested affidavit, Lyle told police investigators that he feared for his life and his family's life and that he thought Hernandez was going to hit him first. I'm not sure why he was fearing for his life. And this is going to be the question I ask you guys: who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Are they both in the wrong? Um, I'm hearing that these people, Lyle, they're going to try to use the whole self-defense, as you can clearly state here. And from the family of Hernandez, the family needs at this point some justice in order to feel at home and at peace. It has been very emotional for them. A woman identified as Hernandez's widow mourned her husband's untimely death. I feel so bad. What I want is justice. This poor man. So let's watch the video. You guys let me know, comment below, let me know your thoughts. All right, so there's no audio to the footage. It's gonna happen here at this intersection, and the quality is pretty bad. Oh wow. Oh yeah, he did walk up to his car. Oh my god. All right, so let me take it back so we can kind of play it out what's going on here. So this is Hernandez in the car behind. I guess the cutoff already happened and now they're at the intersection. And this old guy, I guess thinking he's some sort of gangster, right? Comes out of the car and it does look like he bangs on the window or something. So this guy literally gets out of his car and the car starts rolling because he didn't put it in park. Oh my god. Dude, that could have been so dangerous. That could have really been horrible. It could really cause an accident. So he comes back there and he punches him. Alright. So this is my first time watching this video. And let me tell you, I have a lot of opinions. I want you guys to comment down below and let me know your thoughts. But this is the brother-in-law in the car. And to me, this can come off as a self-defense because this guy came aggravating, banging on the door or whatever he's doing at that window, causing a scene. First of all, I always say it's not worth all that drama and driving, man. It's especially in South Florida, wherever you're from, man. Somebody cuts you off, just let it go. Blow off the steam, man. Just let it go. It's not worth it. There's too many people carrying, too many things happening. And you can lose your life. This older man, I guess he was turned up. He lost his life. And also you could say that the Mexican superstar lost his life too because his life is ruined now. So that's the brother-in-law. He notices the car is rolling off. And then he runs over. To me, it looks like he runs over in the defense and punches him. And yeah, he ran over, punches him. He gets knocked out, collapsed. And they're at the light. All right, they peel out. They dip out. They know. See, that's maybe a problem too that they left the scene. So let's talk about this, man. I want to know your thoughts. I think this is going to be a big case. It's going to be kind of tricky. By no means is the elderly man innocent in this at all. He was definitely started out as the aggressor. You can't just go up to people and doing all this crazy stuff from going to their car, getting out of your car. You can't. Maybe he's on medication. Maybe he has some sort of disease or something, or you never know. And it's so hard to say, and it's tragic because this elderly man lost his life. But it's like I find it hard. When I first heard of the story, just reading the details, I was like, man, this Mexican guy, Lyle, man, that's so wrong that he did that. Obviously, I don't think this was intentional. But if they're gonna charge him, probably involuntary. I could also see this as self-defense, man, because what happened is that guy came out of the car and started doing this and that, whatever at the window, causing this guy to get out of it. I don't know why he got out of his car, didn't put it in park. Maybe the adrenaline. Who knows? Somebody comes to your car and starts banging on your window. The next thing they could do is pull out a gun. You know what I'm saying? So the car is literally driving into traffic. Okay, this guy's already creating a chaotic, crazy scenario. Okay. The elderly guy shouldn't have got out of his car, and the guys, the whole thing with the punching, you could really ask, did he need to punch him? Because the brother-in-law had ran back to the car already, and they could have just gotten in the car and gone about their way. But honestly, when that guy was kind of going back and screaming, the elderly guy Hernandez, He could have been going to get a gun. So maybe he did feel like, I need to knock this guy out. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. To me, that's like animal behavior. I talk about it all the time. And I want to be like, I want to be sympathetic. I want to be sympathetic. I mean, it's a loss of life. No, you know, but it's definitely not like this was some sort of innocent thing. This guy was popping off the handle, you know, and these guys reacted the way they did. You just can't do it. It's not worth it. I would love to hear comments below. How do you think this case is going to turn out? Do you think the self-defense is going to work? The family's wanting justice. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It's like if you go and you punch a cop, and the cop takes his gun and shoots you, and then the family goes, I want justice. This is so wrong. I mean, I don't know if that's a comparable analogy, but it's just like, that's what happens. Like here in South Florida, man, like that's what, like, or probably in any other state too. Like you can't just go the way things are these days. You know, if somebody came to my car like that, I'd probably be freaked out too. I don't know that I would get out the car, especially with my daughter, but like you never know. And I wouldn't do that myself. I would never think, if somebody cut me off, I might curse them out under my breath, but would I think to run to their car or bang it out? Nah, man. I've seen people carrying all the time. So comment, let me know your thoughts, man. Rest in peace to Hernandez, man. Sorry this happened. I mean, what would you do if it was your family member, right? You're in the passenger side, it's your mother, and some guy comes running up, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like a maniac. What would you do? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say what you would do. And then through all the chaos, the door opens. I don't know if the door was pulled open or if the guy opened the door. And he could make a case and say, hey, this guy opened my door. So now the car's going and drive forward and you're on the passenger side. Like, what would you do? You know? Florida is like, it's horrible for driving. I talk about these people on the road all the time. These people are dumb. They're zombies. I'm not talking about Hernandez, though. What he did was dumb. I'm sorry. And you could say what this other guy did was dumb too. I don't know, but he can play a self-defense. But you don't run up to people's cars. People, a lot of times here in South Florida, probably all over the place, they don't use turn signals. They're constantly in and out of lanes, like doing whatever, not paying attention. The best thing I could say is to not go to places in a rush. Go with a lot of time. And if you're late, then you're late. I used to be one of those people that was rushing, speeding, worried about being late, all this kind of stuff. Now I kind of have my mornings a little bit more planned, and the job that I have, I just take local roads and it's more relaxed. I've slowed down a lot. I just take my time on the road, listen to my little radio, put my music on, especially with my daughter. It's just not worth it, man. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. You know, so crazy. And who would have thought, right? I've heard of stories of somebody being punched in the head and dying. There's no way probably that Lyle could have known that this guy was going to die. It does look bad that they sped off, you know. Were they hoping just to not, you know, I don't know. That does look kind of bad and incriminating in a way. I don't know. But comment below, let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Self-defense, not self-defense? Who's in the right, who's in the wrong? Are they both in the wrong? You know, you can't kind of deny. Well, if it is self-defense, then it's really not a criminal act. But if it's not, it wasn't self-defense. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like in Florida with stand your ground. I think if somebody breaks into your house, if they're in your house, you can shoot them. But once they step outside or they're going, like they're running away and they're outside, then you can actually get charged, I think. So I'm kind of thinking like in terms of that with, I don't know, man. This is going to be a big case, I think. Comment down below. Peace.
I see potential subscribers. Subscribe.